What is good? My name is Tajay, back again with another video. I today just really want to talk about having a good relationship with money. How I plan on changing my relationship with money because I have never had a good one at this point. So the first thing I kind of want to jump into is allowing money to control how happy that you are in your life. Everybody knows the feeling of when you get paid on your payday, because majority of people are working. Majority of us are working. And majority of us receive our paycheck bi-weekly. Majority of the time, if you get your paycheck, you're paid bi-weekly. You need to schedule everything as this is how much money I got right now, and this is how much money I will have for the next 2 weeks till I get paid again. Because most likely, the day you get paid, or within that first 3 to 4 days, you're going to be very low again, and you got a whole nother week and a half to where you have to wait to get paid again. And even then, you didn't even really do nothing with your first check because everything going to your bills. When I get paid, I am the happiest when I receive my paycheck. When I wake up Friday morning and there's money in my account, when it was just $6 in there, yes, I'm very happy. But I know that money is going to be gone ASAP because I'm going to be paying all my bills. Just that alone, when you receive your paycheck, stop looking at it as I really didn't get paid because this is about to be gone today. Why are you looking at it like that? And then you're going to keep think about it negatively. You're going to keep a negative mindset if you keep looking at it that way. But I mean, that's the reality. But I'm just saying, thinking about it that way is not going to help you. Having liquid cash available to you at all times to the side, not just paycheck to paycheck, that's what's going to feel good. And I'm not saying you're going to be doing that forever, but for right now, that's what we're doing. Majority of my problems stem from me not having enough money to do what I want, which causes me to be unhappy when I don't have any money. That is not healthy. Money is not the only thing in your life that can make you happy. If that's the only thing that make you happy in your life, you need to go get a habit. You need to go do something. There's absolutely no way that if you do not have a certain amount of money, you are just always unhappy. It's literally paper. Money is made to come and go. That's literally what it's for. It's not made to just stay with you all the time. So get out of that. I seen a video like not too long ago where he was saying that's like you having a friend who always depends on you to come to them at any time, drop everything you got going on because you're the only person in the world that makes them happy. And if they're not with you, they're going to go crazy and all this type of stuff. You don't want to hang around somebody like that. So don't look at money like that. I don't want to hang out with somebody like that. I don't want to be around you if you can't be happy other places because I'm not worried about you 24/7. You should not be worried about money 24/7. Money is literally just something you could rip up in your hand. It's not that serious, but it is. But you know what I'm saying. So that's something that I'm trying to work on right now. And then on top of that, I realize I have a very difficult problem with controlling my wants versus my needs when it comes to spending. So obviously needs are things like deodorant, toothpaste, body wash. Those are things that I need. Food, I need those things. Sometimes my wants will outdo all of those. Like today, I went to the mall today and I've been saying for the last month that I want a black pullover hoodie and a gray pullover hoodie. I have about 5 hoodies in my closet already. So when I was at the mall today, I said, I want to get me a hoodie. I knew I had some funds to get it. I knew those funds already had, the funds I had available were already spent. I already planned out my entire budget, but I still told myself, but it's there, it's available, so I can go buy it if I want to, for real, which usually I would do. But when I was there, I thought to myself, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. Like, I just told myself I want to be intentional with my money, so why am I going to go buy a hoodie when I have 5 hoodies at home? Is it really that serious? It's not. It's not a necessity. That's not something I need. That's something I have and I want more of. That's not a necessity for me. But I sometimes will tell myself that I need it because this is what's going to make me happy. which it will. I'm going to be happy when I get it. But overall, I'm going to be upset that I got it because when I get home and I see my account, I'm going to be mad that that $25 is gone. And then on top of that, since I already made my budget out, now something else from my budget going to have to get cut. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point of making a budget if you're not going to follow it? And I already messed up for this paycheck. So that's that. It's something that I'm actively working on because, like I said, a lot of the times we convince ourselves that our wants is a need because we tell ourselves that if I don't have this, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be satisfied. I feel like I deserve it. And you do deserve it. But right now, you broke as hell. So you don't need to be worrying about that. You need to be worrying about other things, obviously. I'm just saying. Yeah. So another thing that, and I think this is the third thing, is creating separate accounts. I want to have separate accounts for everything that I do just because as of right now, I do have two accounts. One of them I just recently made. I have my main account and then I have another main account. I guess that didn't really work out too well. But the way that I think would be best for me to do it for myself, just because everything goes in and out of the same damn near one account. I do have two accounts, but I really just use the one main one. And the other checking account is just for if I just need to put some money to the side, like obviously for my rent or stuff like that. I do that, but I can still see it. It's always available to me, which is the problem. I want to make an account, my main account. Obviously, my check is deposited into this account. And then I want to have another account for my rent only. I want to have another account for my bills only, extra bills such as my phone bill, electricity bill, like money just there for that specifically in its own account. And then I want to have another account for savings. And I do want to have two savings accounts because I want to have a savings account for emergencies. But then I want to have another account as well for a savings for something that I'm actually saving for, which right now I'm trying to save for a car. And I actually just tried to apply to open up a new checking account before I made this video and it got denied. But I'm going to try again. Just like things like that. As of right now, I do have my one main bank account as mentioned. I do have two checkings in there. I have like online banks like Chime, Cash App. Everybody got Cash App. I use my Cash App often. Just for y'all who do have Cash App, say if you don't have an actual bank account. I know some people can't have an actual bank account because we had a lot of scamming going on. I'm not saying that's what y'all did, but I'm just saying I know, you know what I mean. If you didn't know, Cash App has, obviously it's a regular checking account, online account, but they also have an option for you to create a savings account in Cash App. And it's been very useful for me because when my Apple Music tried to take my last $10.99 out my account, it was in my savings, so it declined. That's what y'all ass get. Apple Music always trying to be on somebody. Like, relax. It's not that serious. But anyways, I think that would be a good idea for you guys to do if you're having a problem, like the same problem I'm having. We need separate accounts because it is not fun seeing your check get deposited and then $600 of that is immediately gone because I got to pay my rent. And now I only got what, $300, $400 left? No. That's not how it's going to work. Everything is literally in the same account and it's going to drive you crazy because you're going to keep seeing it go to zero, back up to zero, back up to zero. It's like that cycle is, I hate it. I hate that for me and I hate that for y'all. So let's flip that up. Next, I want to talk a little, this is probably going to be the last thing I talk about for this because I don't want this video to be long. I want to talk about this vehicle that I got outside. So last year I got my first car off the lot. I got this car, first of all, I just wanted it. I really wanted that car. I seen it for 2 years before I got it. And every time I seen it, I just like kept looking at it. I want that car. I want that car. I want that car. I can't wait till I get that car. I can't wait till I get that car. I got the car. And now I'm mad that I got it. Obviously, like I said, I wanted that car very badly. In my eyes, the car was a Lamborghini. It's a Honda. I was so used to having cars that would break down in the middle of nowhere and my bumper is falling off and I gotta tape it up every 2 days and you know what I mean, stuff like that. The AC wasn't working too good, everything. It was always something. So my Honda was like a Lamborghini to me and I'm like, I want that car. And I also got it because I felt like I was working for so long, which 5 years is long. It's not that long, but For me to be 25 years old right now, 5 years is a lot of my life. So I was like, I've been working so hard. I've been literally working full time every day. I barely ever call off work. Like, there's absolutely no reason that I don't have anything to show for myself for me to be working here full time. And I literally put all my energy into this place of work they don't give a damn about me regardless. So I ended up working at this other job, and my pay went up a bit. So as soon as my pay went up a bit, in my head, I said I could get my car, right? That was not a good idea, but that's what I was thinking at the time because I had never seen a check to where I paid my bills and I still had money left over on my check. That was not something that I was used to. So I said, all right, I'm going to get my vehicle. That's just what I'm going to do. So I went out and I got my vehicle because at the time, my car, I don't know what was going on. I think I had like a transmission problem with my vehicle or something. So it was in the shop, yada, yada, yada. It didn't move. So for 3 months, I was walking to work, but I got my vehicle. And when I sat down at that dealership and I heard the man tell me how much my monthly fee was, I knew it was a bad idea. In my head, it's okay. I'm making a little more money now, so I should be able to afford it. I might be able to afford it. I'm making a little more money now, so it's okay for me to get something that's going to add additional expenses to my monthly bills because I'm making a little bit more money. And on top of that, I'm going to be pulling up and I'm going to look great in my car. And I'm going to look like I'm making a little more money. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, it just sounds so stupid to me. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm like, that's literally what it was. I wanted to look good. I wanted to look like I was doing better. I wanted to look like, you know what I mean? And I felt better. I did. It did what it needed to do. But it didn't last. At the time that I bought the vehicle, it was a temporary happiness. It was what I needed for myself to feel. Excuse me, I forgot I had this mic. My bad. It was, like I mentioned, it was a temporary relief for me. I needed it to feel good. I needed to feel better about myself. Having that vehicle obviously is a blessing. It has gotten me everywhere I need to go. It has gotten me into a new state. I drove it out here. You know, it has done exactly what it needed to do, especially in the circumstances. And everything really does happen for a reason, but especially in the circumstances to where I needed that car in order to have the year that I had last year and all of my spiritual growth and everything. I needed that vehicle to do that because it it sounds crazy, but it's what I needed. But in the long run, it was not a good investment. I prioritize how I would look to others over what was the smartest decision for me. That car was a want. That was not a need for me. I could have got any car. I could have got any cash car, but I chose a car with a monthly payment that I can't afford. I knew I couldn't afford it, and I did it anyways. I just said all that just to piggyback off again of wants versus needs. You're spending your money on things that you want, but you're not spending enough money on the things that you need. Things that you need, most likely they're going to last longer than the things that you want. That's just what I think in terms of how it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit you in the long run more than a temporary buy. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with spending money. That's literally the point of having it. But when you're in a position to where you don't have extra cash just to be spending on going out to brunch and extra cash to be spending on liquor and extra cash. You know what I mean? Like, why are you buying all these other things when you know damn well that you got a $50 payment coming up? But it's okay. It's okay. The universe will just work everything out for me. No, the universe is not going to work everything out for you. You still need to figure out how to get them funds. Like, yes, I believe and I trust in you, and I trust, in my Lord and Savior. I really do. But that takes effort too. You can't just say, oh my goodness, I manifest this, I manifest that. Yes, you can manifest all you want, but you need to put action behind it. Money is not just going to come to you. Go get it. You know what I mean? And even today when I was in the mall, I'm just looking at all these people. I'm like, dang, I'm in this store, expensive ass store, knowing that I cannot afford anything in that store. If I'm being realistic, I could have got it, but it was probably going to be the worst thing that I did for this month. It, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have benefited me the way that I needed it to, because it would have messed up everything that would have came after it, because I already planned out a budget. So when you plan out a budget, stick to it. I low key, I'm jumping around. I'll be doing that a lot. My bad. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just disgraceful. When I was in the mall thinking today, I was looking at everybody and I'm like, everybody in this building right now has a completely different way that they are making money. Everybody has a completely different way that they're making money. And I sit up here and I complain about my one income when I really could have 10 incomes. You know what I'm saying? I work at my full-time job. The next person work at their full-time job and their part-time job, which I could work both of those jobs if I really wanted to. You know what I mean? You don't even have to go out and work physically. Like, even the job that I'm at now, this is the easiest job I've ever had. This is the most I've been paid in to just do nothing. I literally sit down at my desk all day and talk, which is fine, especially compared to the amount of my hourly salary to just be sitting down. And that's kind of what made me think about, like, where's all your money going? Like, especially like at this time right now, I am behind on my car note. If I'm being honest, I'm behind on my car note. So I'm trying to figure out, how am I behind on my car note? If I ain't paying it, then where's all this extra money going? Because my car note it used to be a priority a few months ago. So I'm like, how are you making the same amount of money and the funds are still not adding up? Like, where's that extra multiple $100 going? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're spending money on extra stuff. And I will say for myself, I spend a lot of money on food. I do not cook. That's the thing. That's another thing I'm finna start doing. Cook at home. It's not that serious for you to go out and get that taco with extra cilantro and onions and red sauce. I love that combo. I almost want a taco plate. No beans, extra rice. It's not that serious for you to crave Chick-fil-A that bad. It's not that serious for you to crave Cane's that bad. Crave whatever the nearest fast food, whatever you got going on that bad. You can literally make something at your house for free. Well, it's not really free because you got to go buy it, but for free. I'm just getting irritated because I'm really talking to myself. And I don't know why I do these things. But yeah, I am definitely starting this journey for myself. I was going to say I am scared to do it, but I'm not scared to do it because I know I can. That's the thing. I have so much, I feel, self-control in other areas. So I don't see why the hardest one for me to have self-control is in the portion of spending money. Like, and the craziest part is I feel like I don't spend that much money, but obviously I don't have any funds available. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Like, I'm just really going to focus on changing my relationship with money, changing the way I view money, not being scared to look at my bank account. Like, I be so scared to check my account. But the next time I say I need to know how much I got, I'm just going to look and I'm going to write it down. Every dime that I spend needs to be intentionally spent. And I really intend to do that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's going to be very difficult, but I'm going to try my absolute best. So we're going to see what happens. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Thank y'all for watching. If you even watched it in this video, if you watched it in this video, shout out to you. Because as I'm looking at this right now, I mean, I'm going to cut it up, but it's like 30. This is about to be 34 minutes. I'm going to chop it up, but still. But yeah, thank y'all for watching to the end of the video. Again, my name is Tajay. So if you like this video, subscribe for more, things like that. And I'm going to talk to y'all next one.